Holla ballers, what's going on? It's Preacher. And a quick one, got a new UI. Finally decided on it. It took me 3 months. 3 fucking months to decide a new UI. It looks very similar to my old one, but works very differently, which is generally the idea I wanted to do. And as you guys are going to be watching a lot of videos from me, especially coming up into Warlords of Draenor, but it makes sense just give you a quick overview, then we'll just jump into some gameplay so you can see it all in action. It's a variation of Elf UI. It's by Red Tusk. Got shout outs to Red Tusk. If you type, I'll put the link down below. But Red Tusk is the guy who designed the basics of it, the layout and stuff. So no longer will you guys have to be upset about symmetry and all that kind of stuff. I know you guys get really pissed off when the UI is slightly out of line, but that's all very well and cool. So it does look very similar, which is what I was after. The only changes I've made to the original Red Tusk UI is get rid of some add-ons and then add a couple of little ones in to add functionality. As it's gone on, as the game has developed, a lot of people's UIs have become really, really graphical, which isn't something I wanted. I don't like a lot of fucking shit on my screen. I want to reduce it and just have raw information as much as possible. That's why the only thing I really want you guys to answer for me is that I've removed damage. As you can see, there's no damage on my screen. You can't see the damage. Now, I'm pretty sure I know the answer before we even get started, is that you want to see the damage. When I play and when I raid, I do not have my damage shown at all. It's unnecessary clutter on my screen, and it's pretty useless. We have so many different damage sources on whatever class we play, that in general, seeing your damage numbers is a totally irrelevant piece of information. And we don't look at it. After the first couple of times, we don't look at it at all, and it's just sending spams, especially incoming heals with smart heals and bits of bobs of healing going on everywhere. It's not that useful to see that information. It ends up flooding the screen. So I have damage disabled. That's the only question I really want to put to you guys is, do you want me just to turn it on? I'll figure out a way of making it non-obtrusive. I think the floating combat text that you actually get in the game is pretty poor, really. As you can see, it's just numbers that don't mean a hell of a lot. The numbers are nice, I guess, for a lot of people who are interested in damage numbers, but I think my community in particular realizes that the actual figures, the raw values of numbers, aren't that impressive. Of course, for Warlords of Draenor, I'll switch it on anyway after the item squish. I think that's pretty cool. Some changes that I did make is just making sure we can see debuffs. If you download this add-on raw, you will not be able to see debuffs particularly, which is really hard for tank transitions, so that's a little change I made. And also adding in the buffs and whatnot that various things get. It's always important that you see a boss or a mob's buffs. Can't stress that enough, guys. You need to see it. It's one of the core functionalities that I added back into this, is to be able to see the specific buffs that are gained by mobs and bosses, because that's the only way you will learn. A lot of people ignore that stuff, but you guys should not be doing that. Also added in class colors. The raw version of this UI is invisible, and also got rid of basic raid frames and added in grid. I brought grid back. It's so easy to sort out, so useful. And again, added tell me when. I fucking love tell me when. Tell me when is just something I'm comfortable with more than anything. So it does come with weak auras, I believe. Got rid of that, put back tell me when. I'm just used to it. I know how to configure it. Nothing more than that. I'm not saying one is better than the other. Also added in Reforge Light. Moved some bigwig stuff around. Pretty basic stuff. I hope you guys like it. I quite like it. I really do quite like it. It's nothing over the top here, which I think is quite nice. Cast bars are all nice and obvious and easy. It's modernized. I know you guys hated the fact that my UI did look old school, did come from times past. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I get that there's a lot of people are like, you know what, there's just better things out there right now. The only old school thing I've kept is actually an old vanilla add-on, which is Class Timer. I did leave Class Timer. I'm in fact going to be super sad when Class Timer disappears. It's so efficient. It's so goddamn efficient. It can be even configured to look exactly like the rest of the UI. And he's just adding anything you want. This is what I will add in for. You can have this little extras tab, so specific buffs, procs, and all that stuff can just be added in at will. I don't like the idea of icons with little timers. I think that all overlays. I just like a nice counting down bar. Other mods do it, but this one is just so simple and has never failed me. I've used it since the Burning Crusade. It's been out longer than that, and frankly, it's just glorious, all right? I really like it. That is the only really old school add-on that I added into this, I believe. So I hope you guys like it. It shouldn't be no big issue to anybody to pick up and look at my UI, especially for the guys who've been here for a while. I will eventually do a download version for those people who want to pick it up and like it. It won't happen immediately. I'll be probably working on that just before I go on honeymoon in the next few weeks. Alright guys, so I'll show you some gameplay of all the add-ons actually in action, and I hope you like it. I really hope you like it.
scenario.